But sarcasm itself is like a second language in the U.S.
And it has dialects.
It has dialects. This is where geography completely changes the rules.
Yeah.
You cannot treat a New Yorker the same way you treat someone from Georgia. Okay, so picture this. You walk into a room, you just got a haircut.
Okay.
And it's, a completely new style. Maybe you dyed it blue. Whatever it is, it's a choice.
A choice, yeah. You're feeling a little vulnerable.
Totally exposed. And you see your American friend, they look at you, their eyes go wide, and they just say, wow, that is bold. Just kidding. It looks great.
Oh, wow. Okay, stop right there. My stomach just dropped.
Right? Because in that split second, your brain is just, it's spiraling. You're not hearing, it looks great at all.
Not at all. I'm stuck on bold. Like, did they hate it? Why even say, just kidding, that they liked it? It feels like a trap.
It feels like a trap because socially, it kind of is one. And that momentary panic, that is exactly where we're going today. We are doing a deep dive into the confusing, high-stakes world of American sarcasm and the just kidding shield.
It's a shield. I like that. It implies defense, you know? Like the person saying it is protecting themselves, not just trying to be funny.
That is the core insight we're unpacking. We've got all this great research here on decoding American humor, specifically this verbal tick of saying, just kidding.
Or JK.
Or JK, yeah. And the first thing we have to establish, the mission of this whole deep dive, really, is that just kidding is almost never actually about a joke.
See, that's a heavy claim. Because on the surface, it's just two words, a throwaway phrase. But it seems like what we're really talking about is a complex tool for, like, social survival.
Precisely. It's a get-out-of-jail-free card. It's a retroactive edit button for real life. And if you're trying to navigate American culture, not understanding the hidden script behind those words can lead to some serious anxiety.
So let's peel this back. If it's not just a joke, what is it? Because I feel like I've heard just kidding used in like 100 different ways. It's not just one thing.
No, it's definitely not one thing. It's a spectrum. The research breaks it down into 5 distinct levels.
5, okay.
And I think to really get it, we can't just talk about them. We kind of have to hear them. Yep, for a little role play.
I'm ready. I'll be the unsuspecting victim getting my brain scrambled.
Okay, let's start at the bottom. Level 1, the baseline. This is the only time just kidding functions as it's literally defined.
The only safe one.
The only safe one. So I say to you, hey, don't forget, that big strategy meeting is at 3:00 a.m. tomorrow. Just kidding. It's at 3:08 p.m.
Okay, I feel relief there. That's pure clarification. You said something completely absurd, 3:08 a.m. I probably looked confused, and you just fixed it. No hidden meaning.
Right. The key marker is absurdity. The statement was impossible. The just kidding brings us back to reality. But now we leave the safe zone. We're going to level 3.
What happened to level 2?
We're skipping it for now. It's a minor variation. Level 3 is where the action is. It's called honest opinion plus retreat.
Honest opinion plus retreat. Oh, that just sounds incredibly passive-aggressive.
It is. So here's the scenario. You just finished a big presentation. You ask me how it went. I look at you and I say, well, that was kind of a mess. Just kidding.
Oof. Yeah, that lands totally differently. That actually stings.
But why? I said I was kidding. Technically, I took the insult back.
Well, you didn't, really. It didn't feel like a joke. It felt like you accidentally told me the truth that my presentation was bad, and then you saw my face fall, and you panicked and tried to scrub it from the record.
Bingo. That's the mechanism. The criticism stands. The JK is just damage control. This happens all the time when people want to be honest, but, lack the courage to deal with the fallout.
So it's basically social cowardice.
A lot of the time, yeah. It's avoiding friction, but it gets even more. Well, Machiavellian. Let's go to level 5. This one really blew my mind. It's called testing the water.
Testing the waters.
Yeah. This is all about risk management. Listen to this and tell me what I'm actually asking you. Man, this week is brutal. We should just quit our jobs and move to Hawaii. Just kidding. Unless.
The unless.
Yeah.
I see that everywhere online.
Unless phenomenon. It's huge right now. What is actually happening there?
It feels like. Schrodinger's joke, it's both a joke and not a joke at the same time until I respond.
Exactly. I'm putting a risky idea out there. Quitting our jobs, asking someone out. If I just say it, I risk rejection. But if I wrap it in, just kidding, I'm safe.
You've built an escape hatch.
A fortress. But then I add the unless to open a tiny window to check your reaction.
So if I say, yeah, let's do it, I'm so done with this place, then you're serious.
Then I am packing my bags. We're going to Hawaii. The joke just evaporates and it becomes a real plan.
But if I laugh and say, you're crazy, Then what?
Then I can just retreat back into the joke frame. Yeah, totally. Just kidding. It gives me plausible deniability. I never actually asked. I was just joking.
That is an incredibly sophisticated social maneuver. It's a bit manipulative, sure, but it's a very high-level way to gauge consensus without any real risk.
It is. But this leads to the biggest question, the one that keeps people up at night. If you're the listener, how do you know?
Right. The decoder ring. How do I know if you're secretly hating my haircut or just being awkward?
That is the million-dollar question. And the research points to a few very specific we have to look at the acoustics of the conversation.
Okay, so what are we listening for?
First, the signs they are actually joking. Usually, like we said, the statement is just impossible. But more importantly, look at the laughter. Is it shared? Is the tone light? If yes, you're probably safe.
Okay, but what about the mean version? The level 3, honest opinion.
Okay, here is the number one signal that they are not joking. It's not even a word. It's the pause.
The pause,
The
huh?
specific, awkward, visceral pause before they say, just kidding.
Oh, I can feel that in my stomach just thinking about it.
It goes like this. Wow, that dress is really tight. Silence. Just kidding.
Yeah, that silence is loud. That
Yeah.
silence is absolutely terrifying.
It is. That pause is the sound of their brain going, oh no, I said the quiet part out loud. I crossed a line. Fix it, fix it, fix it. If the just kidding feels rushed or defensive or comes after a beat of dead air, they met it.
That is such a crucial insight. It's all about the timing. The just kidding isn't part of the joke. It's the bandage they're slapping on the wound they just inflicted.
Exactly. And this ties into the bigger idea of sarcasm, because just kidding is often the shield for sarcasm. But sarcasm itself is like a second language in the U.S.
And it has dialects.
It has dialects. This is where geography completely changes the rules.
Yeah.
You cannot treat a New Yorker the same way you treat someone from Georgia.
Okay, let's break that down. Start with the Northeast. New York, Boston.
In the Northeast, sarcasm is, it's a love language, it's heavy, it's constant, and it can sound brutal to an outsider. If a New Yorker says, oh, you're a genius, they 100% mean you did something dumb.
But here's the twist, right? If they aren't sarcastic with you,
That's the bad sign. That's the key. In that culture, being super polite often means distance. You're an outsider, but if they're roasting you, giving you a hard time,
you're in.
you're in. It's a sign of affection.
So the insult is actually an invitation.
Yes. But then you travel down south, and the script completely flips.
The South, home of bless your heart.
The ultimate weapon. Southern sarcasm is wrapped in sweetness. It's like aggressive politeness.
Okay, so explain bless your heart for anyone who hasn't been destroyed by it.
To an untrained ear, it sounds like a prayer. Oh, they're blessing me. But what it usually means is you are an idiot, or you poor, simple thing.
That is so deceptive. At least the New Yorkers stabs you from the front.
Right. The Southerner wants to maintain the veneer of civility while judging you. It's fascinating. And then you get to the Midwest.
Midwest. Nice. They're polite.
They are, so their sarcasm is gentler. It's often followed by a real laugh to soften it, but they have this one phrase, oh, that's different,
That's different.
which, implies curiosity. But in the Midwest code, it really means, that is weird, I hate it, please never show it to me again.
It's so coded. It requires so much work to decipher. What about the West Coast?
The West Coast is interesting. Sarcasm is just less valued there. It can be seen as negative energy. They're more likely to either give you direct, brutal feedback disguised as radical candor, or just avoid the conflict entirely.
So a New Yorker in L.A. might just sound like a jerk.
You will absolutely be the bad vibes person. You have to read the room. But there are some universal cues.
Like what? What's the cheat sheet?
The tone shift, the overly enthusiastic, oh, great, which means terrible, or the totally flat, deadpan, wow, incredible, which means I could not care less.
And the physical stuff, the eye roll, the air quotes.
Air quotes are a dead giveaway. But I want to pivot to something a bit darker, because we've been talking about social quirks, but there is a point where this crosses a line.
Yeah, I was going to ask, because sometimes it doesn't feel like a joke. It feels like bullying. And someone says something cruel and then just hides behind, I was just kidding.
It does, and there's a specific phrase that psychologists flag as a massive red flag. If someone hurts your feelings and you get upset and they say, can't you take a joke?
Oh, I hate that phrase. It makes my skin crawl.
It should, because that is not humor. That's manipulation.
It feels like gaslighting. Like, I hurt you, but now I'm going to make you feel bad for being hurt.
Exactly. It's called the I'm just joking defense. And the core principle here is simple. Real jokes do not require the listener to suppress their feelings.
But we say, to play devil's advocate for a second, isn't teasing a normal part of bonding? We just said New Yorkers do it out of love.
That's a fair question.
Yeah.
Teasing is normal, but there's a clear line between healthy teasing and toxic humor. It all comes down to power dynamics.
How do you tell the difference?
It's about the direction. Are they punching up, sideways, or down? Healthy teasing is usually about shared mistakes or minor quirks. And this is crucial. The target is laughing too.
Right. If the target goes quiet or looks down and the joker keeps going,
That's bullying. That is punching down. And tacking on just kidding doesn't change a thing. It's just a shield for cruelty.
so what do? If someone hits you with a mean comment, targets an insecurity, and says, just kidding, do you just have to take it?
No, you have options. And there are a few really effective strategies to shut this down. My favorite is what I'll call strategic confusion.
Playing dumb.
Yeah, basically, they say something mean, add JK, and you just stop, look them dead in the eye, and say, I don't get it. What's the joke? Can you explain it to me?
Oh, that is powerful. Because you're forcing them to explain why the insult was funny.
Exactly. You strip away the shield and force them to own the statement. And usually, they can't. They'll just mumble and back down.
It's conversational judo. You use their own momentum against them.
It is. Or, option 2, silence.
Just don't laugh.
Don't laugh. Don't smile. Don't even frown. Just let the comment hang in the air.
That creates so much tension.
It does. But notice who holds the tension. They do. It makes the joker incredibly uncomfortable because their joke completely failed.
I love that. It flips the script. Instead of you feeling awkward, you make them sit in the awkwardness they created.
Exactly. But let's flip it one more time. Let's say our listener wants to participate. They want to be funny, but they don't want to be that person. How do you start?
Yeah, because jumping straight to roasting your boss is probably not a great idea.
Terrible idea. Do not start there. The safest entry point is always self-deprecation.
Making fun of yourself.
Yes, it shows humility. It shows you don't take yourself too seriously. So you're struggling with the printer, paper is everywhere. You turn to a colleague and say, as you can see, I'm the office tech expert.
It's safe. You're the target. Nobody gets hurt. And it invites them to laugh with you.
Right. Level 2 is situational sarcasm. You comment on the shared situation, not a person. You're in a long, boring meeting. You whisper, another meeting that could have been an email.
Classic. Everyone agrees. So you're bonding over a shared annoyance. It creates camaraderie.
Right. But you have to be very careful with the third level, which is affectionate ribbing. This is where you tease someone else.
The advanced class.
Only with close friends. And the rule is, only joke about things they are secure in. So if your friend is an amazing chef and you see them eating dry cereal, you can say, wow, really phoning it in today, huh?
Because you both know they were a great cook. The irony works. If they were a terrible cook, that's just mean.
Exactly. But, and this is a huge warning label, there are topics you never, ever joke about in an American workplace, even with, just kidding,
What's on the blacklist?
job security, HR stuff, salary.
Oh, absolutely not. That's nuclear.
You cannot say, hey, we should just fire the whole team. Just kidding.
No, that just sends a spike of cortisol through everyone's veins.
Even if you are the boss, especially if you are the boss, that is not funny. It creates instant anxiety.
It goes back to that level 5 thing.
Yeah.
People will assume you're testing the waters for a layoff.
Precisely. They will go home and update their resume. So, keep it light, keep it situational, or keep it on yourself.
This has been such a helpful breakdown. I feel like I actually have a map now. It's not just random noise, there's a system to it.
That's the goal, turning social anxiety into social intelligence. So to bring it all home, if you take one thing away from this deep dive, what is it?
For me, it has to be the pause. I mean, listening for that pause,
Yeah.
that split second where the truth hangs in the air before the just kidding comes out to clean it up. That's the decoder key.
Absolutely. That is the tell. And my final tip for you is this. When in doubt, take it at face value.
What do you mean by that?
If someone insults you and says, just kidding, just respond to the content. If they say, you're late, JK, just say, I know, traffic was awful.
Disarm them with literalness.
It cuts through all the noise. It forces the conversation back to reality. It just shows you aren't playing the game.
I love it. Simple, but so effective.
So go out there, listen for the JK, watch out for the unless, and remember, if you didn't laugh, it probably wasn't a joke. Unless...
See, you're learning already.
I'm trying.
Thanks for diving in with us. We'll see you next time.